Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Oh, I am excited. I am filled with anticipation, filled with glee, filled with... It's like Christmas morning wrapped up in Easter with Halloween. Rookies are reporting July 21st, this Tuesday. And veterans report, I believe, on the 28th. How exciting is that we are finally potentially, and I do use the word potentially, going to have some NFL football. I am excited. I am ready. I got the jet engine rolling, all throttles up. I feel the need for speed. I like tires, kick the fires, whatever. Like I said that in reverse, but I don't care. That's how excited I am right now. New York Giant football is returning. So I find it interesting, though, that we are going into training camp, and rookies are supposed to be reporting, like I said, on the 21st. And nobody signed. Not one rookie at this point in time has signed a rookie deal with the Giants. And they expect these players to come in on the 21st. Now, yes, I understand that they will come in and they will be insured. Kind of like the Dante Fowler Jr. situation with Jacksonville a couple years back, where he basically took the field without a contract, tore his ACL, was out the year, but he still got his rookie deal. And that's exactly what's going to happen with the Giants. But I just find it interesting that we are going through so much uncharted territory at the moment that we don't even know. Like I said, this season is just as crazy. And I find it funny that I am pumped up, but you know what? Our buddy Joe Judge is pumped up more than I am. I mean, he's planning on having a meeting on the 19th with his staff. And I find it interesting how they are going to handle this situation with training camp, how they're going to be using the entire MetLife facility, for this training camp, for the Quest Diagnostic Training Center. They'll also use the MetLife as a hub, so the Giants and the other problem is the NFL and the Players Association is still negotiating the COVID-19 protocols. But you know what? It is what it is. Joe's going to have a meeting on Sunday today, and we're going to have some football. And, speaking of that topic, I wanted to speak to Xavier Mckinney for a second. The same gentleman, a former scout, who gave us the inside scoop that the New York Giants were going to draft Andrew Thomas, and he even said, and you can go back and listen to our video, he said the Giants will not pass on Thomas. They will take Thomas at their pick if Washington does not pick him. That's how certain he was. And like I said, we reported it like a week before the draft. Like I said, and people again thought, you don't know what you're talking about. They're going to take this guy. They're going to take this guy. And we said no. We said we don't know who they're going to take, but like I said, we have a former scout who still does some consulting work in the NFL tell us specifically, the Giants will take Andrew Thomas. They will not let him go by the board. And I was speaking to this same gentleman this afternoon, and I found it interesting because he gave me a little tidbits on old Xavier Mckinney. He told me at this point in time, as he sees it, Xavier Mckinney, and this is from a scout's perspective, that he is going to be head and shoulders above anyone in the New York Giants rookie class, and that is including Andrew Thomas. He feels that at 6'1", 200 pounds, he is going to be a load to handle in the Giants secondary, and lining him up with Peppers is just going to make them one of the most dynamic and athletic safeties and free safeties combinations in the NFL. And this is just what he's telling me. He broke it down, pretty much like I thought he would. He says, that McKinney is basically, he plays with attitude. He tackles with the same type of attitude. He is beyond instinctive in zone coverage. He follows the flow of the quarterback's eyes. He excels in free assignments. He knows how to sucker the quarterback, at least in college, and bait the throws over the middle of the field. He takes great angles. His arrival time is just fantastic, and he just plays with consistency and leverage and does not draw penalties. And his and he basically even said that his ball skills. We always laughed at, especially in the years that the Giants always had a lot of players that just dropped interceptions. He basically said this guy's got soft hands. He is not going to drop. And then one of his other big points is, and like I said, I know a little bit about McKinney, and like I said, but this guy really broke him down for me. He said basically he is not afraid of contact. He loves to stick the ball carrier. So not only is he going to be successful as a safety, but he can also have success roaming in the sub package as a linebacker as well. And he's just going to fill in that second level. I mean, he just plays with such balance. And they were saying, he's saying that one thing that he could work on is his man skills coverage. Is he going to be a lockdown guy? No, but he is going to be able to cover the tight end down the field. He is going to be able to, disrupt the middle of the field. He is going to be able to shadow the running back. He is going to be able to do so many things that our safeties could not do over the last few years. And I brought up our old buddy, of course, I'm not even going to say his name, who went to Washington. I'll say it, Landon Collins. I brought him up and said, well, you know what? I heard the same things when Landon Collins was taken in the second round and how he was going to redefine the Giants' position that rookie season. And we all know that Landon Collins had a bad rookie season. And I said, do you see the same thing for Xavier McKinney? And he basically told me no. He said Xavier is going to be a standout. He thinks that the Giants drafted well. I personally see some holes in the draft, but you know what? This guy is a 30-year professional. He says that the Giants did draft well, but he's saying that their key successful pick, and not that Andrew Thomas is going to be a failure, and not that Andrew Thomas is going to not excel, but he's saying that Xavier, he said to me, I would not be surprised if Xavier McKinney became a Pro Bowler his first season, his rookie year. And I think that's saying a lot. He's also saying that the combination of McKinney and Peppers is going to be something special. He thinks that Peppers, was not used consistently correctly by James Betcher. And he thinks that Patrick is going to really rectify that issue. And he thinks the same thing with Joe Judge, that Joe Judge is going to be the guy that maybe is really going to be that CEO. And he really is going to, put an understanding and his stamp on the team. But he is saying this, and you know what? And we're going to call it right now that Xavier McKinney is going to make the Pro Bowl his rookie season. And he is going to be the type of player the Giants have not seen in the secondary in a long time. I was like, well, what about Myron Guyton? Going back to the old 90s team. But that was a joke, guys. I'll give you time to look up who Myron Guyton was. You should know who he was. But he's saying, you know what? He is going to be the guy. Now, we're trying to figure out what's exactly going to go on with training camp this year, how, if any fan participation. So we've gone to training camp every year. I don't know if we're going to be able to go this year again, but like I said, we're trying to get some access. We do know a couple people, so we're trying to get behind the scenes like we did last year, and we'll kind of see what happens at that point in time. But we are going to try to bring news and different perspectives from different people. We are also working on actually having two former NFL scouts come onto the program and maybe do once every couple weeks and just discuss what they see with the Giants and just see what they see what's going on. I think that'll be interesting. And then we'll be able to hook up with a couple other YouTubes that we always enjoy working with, Brooklyn Hit Squad, get his perspective on training camp. But you know what? We need to be excited. It's finally here. Training camp will start soon. Rookies will be reporting. Hopefully we'll get their deals signed and we can kind of go from there and just get this season underway. And hopefully, like I said, the Players Association and the NFL can come together on their COVID. Like I said, my buddy called it well, you know what he called it. But like I said, we're just going to see what happens. Let's get the season rolling and kind of let's go from there. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That would be awesome.